everyone, my name is Shalima. Welcome back to my channel. Or if you people are new over here, then welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure if you people are not new over here, then you have cracked my intro by now. We are going to be talking about how to become fluent in English in 2 months. And I'm not kidding, guys. We are going to talk about everything in this video. We are going to talk about plans, like in the morning what you got to do, in the afternoon what you got to do, in the evening, or what you have to do in order to become fluent in English in 2 months. All right. And in this whole video, I'm going to be talking about in English, not in Hindi. Why? Because if you are understanding me properly right now, so you can assure yourself that you understand basic English in this whole video. And I'm going to be using basic words, no big words, nothing like that. All right, just basic words, basic English, basic sentences and structures. So if you are understanding me, then let's get started. Now the thing is that all of us, we understand English very nicely. We understand every single word that I'm saying. At the same time, when we are reading something, we understand that. Or even if you do not understand properly, we figure out a meaning by ourselves. So we do that. But when we have to speak, we fumble. First thing that we say words like that and stuff like that. Why? Because in the back of our mind we are thinking about something, and when we start translating from our native language to English, and other than that, we also know in the back of our mind we are always thinking what should be the next structure, what should be the next structure. So we never let it come off naturally. And we are going to be talking about all of these things in this video, so stay tuned till the end. How do we become fluent in English in 2 months? So this whole plan is going to go according to my life story. My life story, basically how I learn English. I have been talking in English since I was like 16 or 17 years of my age, and now I'm 25, still talking in English and teaching in English. So I learn English the more in the most traditional way possible. Like, I was born in a small town of Uttar Pradesh. I still live there in a very small town. Everybody in my family used talk to in native language like Hindi, and except my teacher, and she was not super fluent, but yes, she knew basic English. And so whenever I used to talk with my teacher, I used to talk in English. So no worries about talking with me in English. Now let's get started. The first thing, that is the number one thing you need in a language. What is the number one thing you need in a language? Like, if you do not have this, you cannot learn language. Think about it. You need words, you need vocabulary, you need a lot of words in order to say a lot of sentence. You need words in order to create a sense. You need words in order to create a paragraph, in order to create a monologue or dialogue. So when I was younger, I was very young, and my teacher used to talk to me in English, everything. But you are going to do in this, in order to build your vocabulary, you have to start listening. Because the more you are going to listen, the more fluent you are going to become. Now what you are going to do when you wake up in the morning, so start listening some songs as per your choice. Because I'm pretty sure most of us, whenever we are taking shower, or when we are when we are getting ready, when we are cooking food or anything, we listen to something. We either watch something, or we either listen to songs. So I'm going to recommend you guys to listen some songs, English songs. All right, now what's going to happen after you listen to English songs? First thing, when you are going to watch or you are going to listen to them first time, so you can figure out, oh, this is how you pronounce the word. For example, baby, baby, baby. So we do not pronounce it as baby, they pronounce it as baby. So you are gonna pronounce it the same way. It's important that you have a nice pronunciation as well. All right, so after listening, you can also figure out one more thing. Okay, so this is how they create a sense, like a sentence structure. And guys, I'm always there for you, so you can start using all of these in your daily life. So basically, in the morning, start your beautiful morning with some beautiful songs or prayers. You can choose prayers also. You can listen to the song by Justin Bieber or Monkeys, or who is my most band, and then my top favorite of all time. You can also start listening One Direction, but do not want to listen in like any other language, any other song in any other language like Turkish or Korean or Hindi songs also. I'm just also recommending that you don't listen the Hindi songs if you want to be fluent in your life. And guys, remember, there was this girl, and she was like, I love listening English song. I was like, what kind of song do you listen to? Can you please tell me? She was like, I listen to Blackpink and BTS, and like they are English. No, 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 they are Korean, but they use English sentences. So you don't come up with the say that, oh, I listened to some Korean songs. They had some English words in that. No, don't do this. All right, just listen pure English songs. All right. Now the next point is start reading. For example, if you're not driving by yourself, so start reading something online. For example, a newspaper or anything. Now in that newspaper, you are gonna find out new words. You are gonna find out new vocabulary. You are gonna find the huge and structures. All right. So do not concern yourself over the fact, oh, I do not understand this properly, how can I move on? Moving on is all you have to do. All right, like how we say after a breakup, you gonna move on. So even if you do not understand an e-word sentence properly, once you read, you still got to move on. Like if you can figure out a meaning close to it, then you are good. You can move on. Why? Because you are gonna find the same word in the next article and the article after that. All right, so you can figure out the meaning by yourself. Is that in this kind of situation, we use this kind of word, like nobody was there to tell me this is the meaning of this word and this is how you understand it. Nobody was there, nobody is there. So I just used to figure out the meaning by myself, and I used to move on. So basically, when you are traveling, start reading a newspaper, you can read it in a hard copy or online also. So whenever you have come across my new word, any new word, just Google it and figure out the meaning. And even if you can like the meaning of this word, you do not use your bilingual dictionary here. Now, guys, here you are not going to use a bilingual dictionary. You are going to use from this word to its basic meaning, but in English. Never like from English to Hindi or from English to Spanish or like English to Hindi or Hindi to English. All right? You are not gonna do that. Now you are gonna from English to English, like basic English to advanced English, but never from English to your native language, whatever your native language is. After that, if you still cannot figure out, then look for synonym at the word. Once you look for synonyms, then you definitely know the meaning. All right. Synonyms mean similar words. Now moving forward, the point view of that, start listening songs in English. All right, start reading a newspaper. Don't use bilingual dictionary. And the point number 4 is start speaking. You can't learn English, you can't become fluent in English until if you do not speak. So it's worrying that everybody's like, I have been reading for like a week, but now still I cannot speak. Now what I want you to do is you need to use the words in your daily life. If you are not using the words in your daily life, if you can't speak. First you create some sentences and using those new words in your sentences. Now the last point is writing. So, in terms of improving your vocabulary, I also have a very good that I used, and I let you to decide whether it's simple or not. When I was writing, if I talk about writing, when I was writing, I obviously noticed that I lacked vocabulary to express my thoughts, and I use the words over and over again. So I would write whatever I was writing about with mistakes and repetitive words, just to lay out my thoughts on the paper and off the laptop of my hand. And you just need to continue writing with no interruptions, otherwise you just lose your train of thoughts. All right, so then I would go through it, I making corrections and finding better synonyms for the words and I used. It takes some time, but it's not actually not boring. If you are thinking that whatever the things I'm telling you that this is boring, might be for you it's boring, but it will really helpful to become fluent in English. All right, so that's it for this video. So I think guys you like this video, and if you find some benefit points in this video, then just give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel, like my video, and share my channel with your friends, colleagues, if whosoever need this. All right, so thanks for watching. Bye bye, take care.